Hello YouTube, it's William here with Uppers Trains, and today I'm just giving you guys a quick look at basically my entire HO scale roster as of the video upload date. I'm currently working on a video for these two locomotives, which is why they're out on the track and which is why I haven't uploaded in a little bit, or at least not a normally edited video, simply because I've been working on those two engines, and that's my main focus. I really want to make sure that that video turns out nicely. Anyways, today I'm just going to come through and show you guys all of my HO scale steam locomotives if I possibly can. So first, I just want to start with the really big, massively expensive shelf. Bachmann 484 Niagara, I've had that thing with me for many years, DCC, fantastic model. Spectrum J-Class, another fantastic 484 Northern type locomotive, streamlined, absolutely gorgeous. My Overland Limited, this one's the new revision, does not have a smoke unit. My GS4 War Baby back there. Again, all of these have been with me for a very long time. These four Bachmanns have been in service for many, many years. Back there is my Broadway Limited Imports T1 Duplex in its as-delivered version. One of my favorite steam locomotives of all time. Took me many, many years to find one of those. Behind it is my Red Box Modern Era Cab Forward. Maybe I'll do a review on that one of these days. Broadway Limited Imports Pennsylvania J1. Got this thing at Train Fest because it was an absolute steal. It also actually came with the Rolling Thunder subwoofer, but I literally never use it. Behind that is my Riverossi Red Box Big Boy. Pretty sure I have a review on that guy out. One of my Hudsons, the one that I just did a video review on. The box I keep up here because it's absolutely massive. Like, look, it's even bigger than my BLI boxes. Anyways, back behind this guy, we've got a Santa Fe 484 Northern, also Bachmann, been with me for many years. Great locomotive, fantastic running. And my Mantua N&W 2662 logging type locomotive, also been with me for many, many years. And as a kid, this was my favorite locomotive that I've ever owned. But now it's been taken over in favor of other things. Anyways, down here we have two of my Riverossi engines, the CNO 282 Mikado and 462 Heavy Pacific. And then behind the Mikado, I have four of the NYC passenger cars, just because looks-wise they're pretty neutral. And then my usual random freight consist on the Intertrack. Excuse me. Anyways, right here's my FEF project, and I've been fighting with this thing forever, my god. When I got it, not only did it have 3 of the 4 drivers were out of quarter, the original motor was totally burned out, and I couldn't get it operating. So now I'm trying to figure out a remotoring solution, and for some reason the pickup scheme is absolutely terrible on this thing. I literally can't get it to get consistent power pickup. In the red box on the table, right here, is my ESE. I always keep it in its box because that thing is quite possibly one of my favorite engines of all time. That's also why I have this one up here, because if it's on the shelf, it's in probably one of the safest spots on the entire layout. So now we're going to go over to this stack, which has basically all of my engines in it, or all of my prized engines. This is normally where I keep the C&O engines, which is why it's looking relatively empty. This is the tender that came with the heavy mic. However, I'm using the tender from the C&O Hudson because that one's actually correct for the model. I have my 2 IHC 260 Mogul steamers. This one was my first ever train, but not this exact engine. This is one that I got many years later because the original broke. PRR Mogul in the same scheme. For some reason, this one pulls way better, and it's my favorite of the two. PRR GG1 in Tuscan made by Mehano. Riverossi AHM Berkshire. This one's Per Marquette. A random 080 project engine that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet, because it needs one of those weird tender-driven tenders. Down here's my Boston and Albany 464 Hudson. Just got that thing a couple days ago. On to the next drawer, and this one's a big one. It's got my Super Hudson in here, red box. AT&SF 462 Heavy Pacific tender is chilling over here, I believe. The American Railroads Berkshire tender's right here. My 5405, I think, Hudson, I believe so, yes. Tender's over here. The Super Hudson, my IHC 482 Mountain in Norfolk and Western with the Vandy tender. Super cool engine, runs great. Dreyfuss Hudson, my first ever Rivarossi locomotive. I've got this thing out of the, quote, expensive ass drawer for now because I've got some other locomotives coming that are going to end up taking its place for what will be some very obvious reasons. And a Milwaukee Road Chippewa 462 Pacific. Then down here, we have another drawer with a bunch of really nice locomotives. We've got my original Overland Limited with the Bachmann Plus style drive, Bachmann Plus 282 Mikado, one of my surprisingly most favorite locomotives ever made by those guys. Fantastic engine, runs amazing. If you haven't seen the video on it, go and check it out. You will be blown away by the looks and the running quality of this engine. 210-2 Big 6, also by Rivarossi, Baltimore and Ohio, standard line. My custom Rivarossi New Haven I-5, that, oh my god, that was absolute hell to get from the original seller. I did not customize it. It came customized, which is why I bought it. Blue Goose 464 Hudson. Might make a video on this soon as I finally have the observation car, so I now have 4 cars for this thing, and that's really all I want to run with it. My 2 Baltimore and Ohio Royal Blues. We've got the President Washington, and I believe the President Polk over here. It's not the President Fillmore, that's the green one. Anyways, now I'm going to save this one for last because this is my, quote, expensive ass drawer, and you all probably know what's in there already. Anyways, down here we have my 2 Bachmann old-timers. The stack keeps falling off that one. It's hanging out in here somewhere. Casey Jones by Varney. And then here's the tender for this guy right here, my custom 282 Mikado that I built out of 3 different parts engines, 2 462 Pacifics and 1 282. My Baltimore and Ohio EL5 by Rivarossi, a 2880, absolute monster of an engine. The Bachmann Texas Chugger, this weird little thing. Redbox 2882 Mallet locomotive. I plan on eventually doing a comparison between this guy and something in the next drawer. But anyways, oh yeah, and my Mantua 060 that I love using to actually put away my freight consist on the main layout when I put it on the siding. Down here, we have some more IHC stuff, but first, my Bachmann 280 consolidation. This thing has had the crap run out of it by me as a kid. It was, again, one of my absolute favorite locomotives in Santa Fe. 280 consolidation by IHC Mejano, and this one blows me away every time I run it. It's such a fantastic engine. 462 Pacific by IHC Mejano, Union Pacific. I just got this thing off of eBay for $17 total. That includes shipping and a whole bunch of Tyco box cars, which are over there. You'll get to see those in a minute. But yeah, that was a steal. I'm surprised I won that. Daylight 462 Pacific. And then over here is actually the tender for my Mallet over here. This one is the N&W. The Pennsylvania one's up here. But this one is a standard line, but it is in pristine, like nearly brand new condition. And I don't remember what exactly I have back here. Let me pull the drawer out. Oh, wait, that's my 060 in PRR. The tender is hanging out up here somewhere. And then here's my 442 Atlantic by Mantua. That thing is quite troubled, but, you know, it's a work in progress. Up front, we have my dummy Hudson, 5405. Does not have a drive mechanism in it of any kind. I did not do, well, someone sent me this locomotive and told me to make a dummy out of it for them and then send it back, but they never paid me because they were also planning on buying a whole bunch of my other stuff and kind of just left me holding the bag with all of it and stopped responding to my messages. So I just kept it for now, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll reinstall the drive and everything, but I don't have a separate tender for it. Anyways, 262 Prairie by Bachmann Tenders over here, and this is the tender for the 060. Down here, we have my Crescent box, which has both of the Crescent engines in it. The other one you can't see right now because it's under the paper towel, but Alton cars and Crescent cars I keep in here. And then down here, I have the Blue Comet cars, the Milwaukee cars, and the ESE cars, all in this box. So yeah, and now we're going to move on to this guy, the big one, the expensive-ass box. There's one vacancy in here. The tender for this guy normally hangs out right here. Alton Limited 462 Pacific, C&O 464 Hudson, the Super Hudson Dreyfuss, and the Milwaukee Road 464 F7 Hudson. You guys have already seen those. There are videos out. Now I'm going to speed this up because I wanted to keep it under 10 minutes. But anyways, these are those cars that came with the IHC. 10-wheeler by Mantua. Getting rid of this one. Don't really need it at all. Passenger car box. You guys have seen most of those. Down here's the freight car box. This thing is full to bursting. And then down here is just a whole bunch of miscellaneous locomotives. The only one really to note is the American Railroads GG1. The rest of them are all fairly inconsequential, except for this PRR 462 Pacific, which I really do love. So anyways, that's going to be just about it for this video. Hopefully a whole bunch of other stuff will be coming out soon. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.